Kakamio, Kakamian Poku, Moisi Anancio. Odom sesre kusi anansi mu non fwe anansi mu non fwe okuya anansi mu non fwe
Ewajo edan eyedan ayeton ewo Ashanti region 5-bedroom uncompleted apartment ayeton na ewo Santasi Apari chese 5-bedroom apartment ho mfonyini ya efie no mfonyini na eda so no na ne ewum ene se owura fie ho no mu a edan bia ewo na dwaye ensoso wo mu a chese kama pa asisia no eda border yeton ensoso ehonum Kumasi Ashanti region Santasi Apari eho na edan no ewo sisie ya mepacho yeton enso ehonum mepacho opese okọ na so ba behwehwe edan no woni gi hu se wota mepacho akwanya eda honum a obetimi aba na oni baba behia na fe yaka ama bibia nso ehwo no da fomboko enso so ehwo no number no na da screen so frɛ 0597193793 0597193793 ana se 0536703633 sa number si mienu no bia wo frɛ ya ubenya ye na oni atwetwe nkomo me se 5-bedroom apartment uncompleted was Santasi Apari achese nice location ayeton enti wo a wo pe e kan say edan ato akonya wo se oni ehia na bibia akoso enso so 0597193793 and answer 0593670333 eno your number wo frɛ ya ubenya ye na oni atwetwe nkomo na afei bia wo bia no ye no ahia Orofo mamemo akwaba emfa umra afidikesi so aha Unity Online TV so ena mene wo etwetwe enkomoi subscribe fama ye share update bi aba wa kire wadwen e dia fa ho ye bi epono to se bobo dwaton de ho dawro na ye dia mon na yaji bi kitua bi amane makoso Alex Tito Meta stainless wax fiberglass proof China doors remote control gate barristers ene ni meka ho nyina no se frɛ no now no entry aye enkomo 0541901881 abuhunu Kumasi enkran so ose all branches ni bi wonti frɛ no no mai wadwuma emfamo na de ho adwuma bia oba be yen kama edi amawani atimi age ho pa asasi eda Ashanti region Kwabri East eba jo amanfo eba so pa awomoto bi esisi omadan enti wa wo pa asasi ato bla na baba tobi bidia no na onso baya asasira enso so honum Ashanti region Kwabri is different krono different Kwabri staff sanity enso so hanwa sanketo abacho driver for edom line sisabija ha mo peka atwie enti se wo anwaka wo bi a taxi na se private vehicle bi na offer number no Unity studio number no na watimi ene yen atwetwe nkomo wo pe driver ni mepacho na wachuka enso dia ma akonya ho se obefree Unity studio line no na watimi ene atwetwe enkomo bes busumi ensuni na abetodwa se kana mampanyini abobo judges for bidia obema mo abeswe in as new judges amubeko Supreme Court ni ada court no na ebi betodwa se Dormaahemaa iwajima bedu among them enti na asakoye nsem no nokre nye nokre ni ade na die kopie mu pa poti pa ne se no a chese na edit second October 2nd October na chese judges ni ebo mu dimo mo koswa in na Dormaahemaa edin ewo mbia na esewense ka kiro Ghana mampanyini the nsɛm bebree tudwa about new appointment na ɔde ama ɔmo no ana afei so na manfo kubisa Dormaahene sɛ na sisi waba abɛka Supreme Court judges na no wo mu ni ade this is Galamsy say state of emergency ka ho asɛm yi na bɛya fa ho no ɔsian ebitimi aye na mmom no sisi deɛ sɛ yɛmfa yɛnsan hyɛ krataa na sɛ yɛma kwan a untimi enko declare na hwan kora na bɛyɛ kika ne nsɛm bebree asan so de tudwa bi mu sɛ so far sɛ watena konwa so 26 years na yɛ charge ɔsan so yɛ hene no mo hene bi antena baabi enka sɛ yɛntimi enko Galamsy anaso hene ntimi stop Galamsy ɛnyɛ no korɛ asɛ wabɛyɛ judge no yɛ hene no ɔbɛboa ama yɛtu Galamsy ase na ɔno kora no nso bai Galamsy ko femba according to papa nsɛm ɔka no ɔsan so kyerɛ sɛ na saase yɛ dɔmaa deɛ obia no betimi asi so sɛ ɔba betu Galamsy ko bɛkyi watum no ɔsan so ageli sɛ ni jail ni mu ayedu pa sɛ nya asɛm ketewa nti according to nsɛm Dormaahene ɛnso so ade atudwa nso yɛabɔ no tɔfa ne nyinaa na yɛde ma mo ɛyɛ unity so a ɛnya asɛm ketewa nkotie ɛyɛ His Excellency John Dramani Mahama brana ɔkasa na fi ɔkyerɛkyerɛ ne nsɛm bɔ di mu so in ewia Dormaahene no nsɛm ɛne ne ka ho akyire no yɛde bɛtoa so.
This is not a luxury, it is a foundation for all these. My lords and lady justices, as you assume your new roles, I ask you to carry these three virtues. The first is courage, the second is integrity, and the third is humility. Courage to resist pressure, whether political or financial. Let me go over that. Courage to resist pressure, whether political or financial, and to uphold the law even when it is unpopular. Integrity to ensure that justice cannot be bought, delayed, or bent by influence. Humility to remember that power is given not to rule over the people, but to serve the people. History remembers not those who followed the path of least resistance, but those who stood firmly for principle when it mattered most. At this moment in our national journey, Ghanaians need reason to hold on to hope. They need to believe again that the courts are not distant temples of law, but living guardians of fairness. Every decision you make can rekindle that belief. Every ruling you make can remind citizens that Ghana is still a land where truth prevails and justice is not for sale. I urge you therefore to be not only arbiters of law, but also custodians of hope. Carry with you the solemn truth that justice is the most powerful promise of our democracy, and that through your service, this promise would endure. If you do this, then long after you have left the bench, your names will not be merely recorded in law reports, they will be remembered in the citizens have openly and sometimes harshly questioned judicial decisions. But I want to say clearly, criticisms of judgments is not the end of hope. It is the evidence of hope. It shows that Ghanaians still believe in the courts, that justice still matters, and that verdicts have meaning in their lives. What we must guard against is cynicism, the corrosive belief that the courts no longer serve the people, but only the powerful in society. To rebuild trust, our courts must demonstrate in word and deed that justice is not compromised by status, wealth, or political convenience. So to you, our new justices, I say, let your judgments not silence criticism, but inspire confidence in our people. Let your judgments reassure Ghanaians that while we may debate outcomes, we can never doubt your integrity, your impartiality, and your fidelity to the national constitution. Our reset agenda is not only about rebuilding infrastructure or expanding the economy, it's also about fostering a more inclusive society. It is also about renewing our institutions, restoring the faith of our people in the pillars of our democracy. A judiciary that delivers swift, fair, and transparent justice is a cornerstone of this reset that we talk about. And that is why the NDC 2024 manifesto commits us to reforms that will make justice more efficient and accessible to our people. The first is digitizing the courts. so that adjournments and delays no longer frustrate ordinary citizens. The second is creating specialized divisions at the High Court and Court of Appeal to handle land disputes, commercial cases, and labor matters which too often drag on for many years. Introducing time-bound case management systems to ensure that justice delayed is no longer justice denied. Expanding legal and aid services to ensure that justice is not for the privileged or the wealthy, but the right of every Ghanaian. Strengthening judicial ethics and accountability so that misconduct and corruption find no place within our courts. These are not abstract promises, they are concrete steps that will make justice not only more credible, but also more hopeful. Let us remember that justice is not separate from development. Justice is the invisible infrastructure on which every economy, every community, and every democracy rests. Investors will not risk their capital where contracts can be overturned by bias and prejudice. Entrepreneurs will not thrive where land disputes trap them in endless litigation. Communities cannot live in peace where verdicts are held in doubt. And that is why the renewal of our courts is at the heart of our economic transformation. I was remarking to Nana, I'm quite proud of this batch of appeal court justices because, and the reason is that out of 20, we have 9 women. The affirmative action law says 30% of appointments. This one we're beating 30% by far. But thank you very much, and I wish to warmly welcome you to the presidency.
Lordship, Justice Daniel Mensah.
We start with the oath of allegiance, and when I say I, you mention your name and then you continue after me. I, do in the name of the Almighty God, swear that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Republic of Ghana as by law established, that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of Ghana, and that I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. So help me God. We move to the judicial oath. And with that, you say after me, and then you mention your name, and we continue from there. I, having been appointed a Justice of the Court of Appeal, do solemnly swear in the name of the Almighty God that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Republic of Ghana as by law established, that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of the Republic of Ghana, and that I will truly and faithfully perform the functions of my office without fear or favor, affection of ill or ill will, and that I will at all times uphold, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution and laws of the Republic of Ghana. So help me God. Now we take the last one, which is the oath of secrecy. And you say after me, I, holding the office of a Justice of the Court of Appeal, do in the name of the Almighty God swear that I will not directly or indirectly communicate or reveal to any person any matter which shall be brought under my consideration or shall come to my knowledge in the discharge of my official duties, except as may be required for the discharge of my official duties or as may be specially permitted by law. So help me God. Congratulations, Justices.
State of emergency?
No. It has not come to that. Let's look at how much we garner in respect of mining. I mean, once you declare state of emergency, the question is that who can do? If we are not able to get that resources, there will be a gap. How is government going to? So there's a need for us to do it. As for mining, nobody will argue that there shouldn't be mining, but it has to be mined responsibly. That is the whole thing. People who are doing Galamsy, we are destroying ourselves. There's a need to start. I want to appeal, especially as a chief. We the chief should not say we don't have the power. If somebody could do it, is in the jurisdiction and not allowing people to do it. Why can't you do it? In Dormaahemaa, if you come there, I'll arrest you and give you to the police so that you'll be prosecuted. I want to appeal to everybody. They should ensure that the people should not engage in Galamsy, because if you do it and you are arrested, you know the consequence for it.
About illegal mining, as a chief yourself, tomorrow government is holding a very crucial meeting with CSOs on illegal mining. A lot of people think that the president is engaging in meet and greets as at his 10th month in office. What is your take on that as a chief?
I've been on this too for almost 26 and a half years. Galamsy the illegal mining did not start yesterday. It's been with us for some time. If you ask me about my assessment, I would say now it's going down. You know why I'm saying that? If you look at some of the steps that have been taken, before we're not hearing about the people in the blue, the water gas and all that. We're not hearing all that. You understand? People have invaded the forest reserve. We're not seeing that. Before this regime came, I know for a fact, because of the work that I do, 9 forest reserves have been taken over. Now that situation has been kept down. I wouldn't stand here to say that Galamsy is gone. It's still with us. But I believe that if you look at now the seriousness, I want to encourage whoever is in charge, the Minister for Lands, government, the people of Ghana. We should ensure that we nip this situation in the bud. So far as I'm concerned, except at times I'm not in Dormaahemaa, but I want to assure the people that so far as that area called Dormaahemaa, once you are there, be sure that one day you'll be caught, and you know the punishment, minimum 15 years. Do you have to do that? So I'm calling on all Ghanaians that this is the only thing that our ancestors left for us, so we don't have to destroy the water bodies. We don't want to destroy our cocoa farms, and ensure that we do farming in the right way so that we can all be happy.
State of emergency?
No, it has not come to that. Let's look at how much we garner in respect of mining. I mean, once you declare state of emergency, the question is that who can do? If we are not able to get that resources, there will be a gap. How is government going to? So there's a need for us to do it. As for mining, nobody will argue that there shouldn't be mining, but it has to be mined responsibly. That is the whole thing. People who are doing Galamsy, we are destroying ourselves. There's a need to start. I want to appeal, especially as a chief. We the chief should not say we don't have the power. If somebody could do it, is in the jurisdiction and not allowing people to do it. Why can't you do it? In Dormaahemaa, if you come there, I'll arrest you and give you to the police so that you'll be prosecuted. I want to appeal to everybody. They should ensure that the people should not engage in Galamsy, because if you do it...
Okay, I was on video no, and course so a binding and not just a cocoa on some by Supreme Court. Ishamudi of course so Ghana Company Excellency John Dormaahemaa any new appointment and as the appointees are Odomoko Supreme Court about Kojino man or Kwasham Rania the day because on the Abani de or try the Abine bidding the trans on the field. Judge Kufadu didn't buy no. Abine we buy no. Or man go away. Abine so the Diaba. Till be appointing be a NDC, send Dormaahemaa NDC in a Mwaka Hono. If so, when NDC near, you appoint you as judge, I will abide with Muda. I know, I dear tea, I will honor, I don't know. And politics aside, and you read the young queen in Nafi, young Indian also so. I will actually nano, ye honor. Omampenyika se saja jia mami enkono nkojina hu abra mami so anyemle mama se mina meseko ai oyi no akọ yi na eja asanso akofa foforo de aba nti sinia obia de ndie na eye nti krofo market aban we ba oja no ho aban foforo ba wa be nti saa ne ekono ne mum foni chimo ya akodom akachi na no ntwetwe komo aboni anwa dansi ho ne ma blocks and in your campus will be between shooting 0554360760 and answer 0592680366. Now on an entertain como Emma Bibia and Kosukama and from a Unity Online TV Honey the Musi. It was on social a crown.
Oman say eba say yensi dan na yemfa na de emfanya adwuma eye company ba ko pe na mekan fo de amawo no ne Alex Tito Company Limited say wasi udan wi pa abrosan wasi say dentia na pese hihye begla proof eye root control gate or to feel amo say na be ya bi ani ho na no a wi so a na bi di amawo say we do more than one we just a container we stainless a two few now few shen boga o say we have dia abusuya e be hu ze a me be ya bebra anasi ni ya bebra e Alex Tito Company Limited and also in diguma if you know say hotel say a year down there na you see now per say you na dia stainless bebra proof this is share employment we modern door we China doors even in the China doors no the me funa ye no say a promise say ya to say no but Alex Tito sebra we China door no be no Ghana had ye kama e dia amount e dan fefe obisi no bibia koso kama also the amount stainless no the glass is big good no no friend no money no twetwen ko no nsa no edwuma fe Alex Tito or professional na nsa no edwuma bi ni twego o fi bi su enti wa ho Unity Online TV na oni ye edi dwuma no hwe se Alex Tito be edwuma bia no ho tikama ho na o sentimental no kuma se na obi ho Alex Tito na wa ye dan ni edwuma area no na di bia the proof China doors no stainless obey kama area no 0541901819 Alex Tito nsa no edwuma kama pa Alex Tito metal and stainless work fantastic one. Follow me on Andrew Chenkomo.